Hey everyone, rather Incoherent here. Welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. Scandinavia is doing great. We are big McHuge on the map. Abyssids still have a bigger font than us. We're going to have to fix that someday. But everyone else is tiny baby font compared to us, which is good. And we're going to continue taking the land. Actually, let's check my ego real quick. Oh man, that hurts. That hurts. There are still 6 people with higher realm size than us. And the highest are in the 400s, and we haven't even broke 200 yet. But a big part of that is that, with the exception of a couple counties here, almost all of our counties are tribal. So much of the stuff we have only has 1 holding. But we are massive, we're still in the top 10, we can do better. And we're going to do better. It's time to pillage all of Wales to the ground. And once we're done pillaging Wales into the ground, we're going to conquer Wales, which is very fair and very balanced, and exactly how these mechanics are meant to be used. A part of me feels bad. Like I'm just looking at Wales wondering what they could do to stop this, and the answer is nothing. There is absolutely no counterplay for Wales. Someone bigger than them just decided it was time they died. Oh right, we're hunting the massive bear. This isn't actually the big white bear. I can't remember if we found that one or not. We're hunting a separate normal bear. And oh my god, it was the biggest bear I've ever seen. I couldn't save everyone. Gain 10 prestige. And yes, I'll train my dog myself. What kind of soulless monster outsources training your pet dog? Hey, there we go. Now we're getting kids with good blood. Or good traits, rather. Who's dead? I think he was the wife of someone I cared about. Oh no, he was the wife of the vassal that I swayed. I seem to have landed one of my old concubines, which was an interesting choice. Whoops. We're down to 240 tyranny. That's substantially better than the 400 and something we were at previously. I don't care so much about this, though. I was worried it was somebody's wife that I actually cared about, i.e. someone in my dynasty. Jesus, people dropping like flies. Helgi was killed by Sigrid the Ruthless. Is that the name of my daughter now? You're damn right it is. She's honestly not that impressive. She had the ability to be great when she first turned 16. But these days, she's just sort of another character. She's good, like, if you compare her to the average, but that's not how I judge my dynasty. Well, I can't stop her. I can't stop her without stressing her out and killing her, rather. You want me to get somebody else to join up? I mean, I really don't care. I'm not going to bother. Alright, everyone back on the boat. It's conquering time. So we're not starting with this county because it's actually 2 counties. It'll take the longest and be the most dangerous. We might actually just not conquer that full stop. But these are independent, so we're almost certainly taking all of them. So if this guy's going first, we burn the most down in his hold. I'm sorry, I almost declared war fairly. That's just ridiculous. Otter gets the middle, he's actually the best at it. Turn off pillaging. I feel like we should go to the middle one first. I don't have any real reasoning for that. And it doesn't matter, because whoever we dial, we're killing them instantly, and then we're killing their friends instantly. Good war, very difficult. Alright, we need to land somebody here. And a part of me wants to land my family, because your dynasty prestige is largely based on the amount of stuff that your family holds. The problem with that, of course, is that when you land your family, they just start just doing terrible, awful things that you don't want them to do. They start marrying imbeciles, like we've seen what the AI wants to marry. They're not good at it. They start trying to marry off their kids without my permission. They just make bad decisions, and I don't want them to do that right now. Once they're more distant from me and they matter less, I'll be willing to land them. But right now, despite the relatively massive size of my immediate family, I really don't want to marry them off because they're still immediate family. They're still valuable in doing things. So I'm going to give this 31-year-old man Gwent. He's got relatively high stewardship. May as well give it to him. I don't have much more basis than that, it's just what I'm thinking about. Anyway, on to the next county. Terrible news. You've actually already died. You no longer have an empire. It's over. That was an alarming series of messages. What all sieges did I just lose? Is somebody just pillaging me by coincidence somewhere else right now? I swear to God, those were all siege messages saying everything had been sieged down, but I don't know what it's talking about. I'm just gonna kill this lady. Whatever this crazy old crone is offering, I don't need it or want it. I'm just trying to stay alive these days. And that's another war won. So congratulations to this guy. He also gets Gloucester, I think? I'm honestly unsure. Not gonna get hung up on it. Alright, so we're gonna walk back here. We've still got 10,000, so we can probably just straight burn this down without really worrying about it. But we can do better than that, so we're going to. We're gonna split this in half. We're gonna split one of the halves in half again. Set all of them to pillage. And we're gonna burn down these 3 holdings. We don't really have anything better to do. The boat may as well drop off its loot. Because I think we can just take all of this. I don't think anyone can stop us. And once we do that, we can take this. I don't think anyone can stop us. I just feel like having whales, you know? Sometimes you just feel like conquering whales. It looks like we can buy a couple more tribal warrior retinues because the building's finishing, I'm gonna guess. Got 4 more of them. Anyway, back to pillaging. Wait, Ragnar hates me now? Shit. We used to be the best of friends, Ragnar. Then I got tyranny minus 410, huh? Yeah, the bonuses for giving him his land have all rolled off now, so now he just fucking hates me. See, she doesn't have the traits that would make her want to kill me, and Ragnar hates me. I think Ragnar is plotting to kill me and lying to me. I feel like this has to be a lie. I'd like to know the mechanics behind this, but if I can't find them, I'm just going to assume this is a lie. My Chancellor is gone. It feels bad having Ragnar hate me. I feel like you gave me land, she lasts longer than you're a tyrant, but oh well. New Chancellor, same as the old Chancellor, which is to say, useless. Hey! For training my dog, I get a flat +1 health, which puts me at 9 health. If these people don't assassinate me, I am never going to die. Oh no, Ragnar's my steward. Alright. I thought Ragnar had died, but just moved up. And also, our council shifted around a bit. People are dying. Just trying my best to keep them loyalist. Probably not going to manage it. Top levels are gone and everything, so we're just going to call it there. The top level is the one we lose the most people on to begin with. It's really a moot point, but sure, keep trying to convince her. And now we declare war, and they die horrible deaths. Good game. Oh, she was unimpressed. I can't believe it. Ah, fuck, these people are set to pillage. Let's see if I can go back and do it again. That's embarrassing. It's been a while since I forgot that. Let's assault it again. Whoops, accidentally pillaged them 2 times for no reason. Fucking showing them. Okay, so now we can take both of these. Looking pretty burnt down. I'm gonna split in half. One half can go there, the other half can go up. It's time to declare war and see if we can do this too. And the answer is yes, of course we can. I actually can't conquer both of them in one war because they're in different counties. Oh, that's a hassle. Well, we're gonna conquest the coastal one then. Not sending in the Inquisition, that shit costs money. Is 99 enough, or do I need to assault this last one? 99 is enough. I should have taken this one, I'm stupid. That would have given me Casus Belli on these two. Out of curiosity, do I have it anyway? I shouldn't. Oh, I do. Oh, it just sneaks down right here and gets a border. That is unlucky for them. That border gives me the Holy War Casus Belli, I think. Because they aren't coastal. I can usurp a title, and I absolutely will. Congratulations, guy I've been giving all the land to. You also get that. Oh, right. We should probably try to ransom all these people we've stolen. That was underwhelming. I don't think I need to stay at peace. I think once I start a Great Blot, I just have a Great Blot. Okay, so I'm going to take this then, since apparently it's an option. Alright, we're ransoming. Alright, we're locked, so we're not going to risk going longer than that. Declare war. Holy War for Palace. Gotta sacrifice some people for the blot. Lots of things happening. Also, ransoming people right as we speak. 3 days until then. Yep, sacrifice them. Yep, keep sacrificing. Sacrifice every single one of them. Keep doing it. Actually, that might be enough to call it over. Yep. No fight, really. Wales never stood a chance. My imbecile daughter is still sacrificing stats to get better at fighting. It's fine. She can be good at fighting in stealth. Not stealth, intrigue. Now, speaking of winning holy wars against small dukes, if I were to try to holy war you, I could take all 3 of your provinces. That's next up on the agenda, I believe. Is this a different duchy? It is, but it's big, so I can't make it. I'll just be giving the land to this guy, like everything else. Shrewsbury. You know, Turnelwick. I'm sure that's exactly how it's pronounced. Truces are expiring. I don't know when the last time I cared about that was. Go away, threat. Sverker Rignomer's son is totally average, and he's a man, so he can't do much with his Carolingian blood. Well, he can try to be commander, like every other man in the family. At this point, we're going to have Dira. Something happened to Northumbria, I guess. Oh, they just chose a much less good-sounding name. Mercia, Wessex, Strathclyde, Pictland, and, what are you calling yourself these days? Oh, you're a kingdom now! Oh, isn't that the cutest? He's a real king, guys. Oh, it's adorable. But, I think after I take Connacht, that's pretty much the last free land I have to take, except for Western Russia. So, despite all the rapid militaristic expansion we've been doing, we're about to hit the end of what we can actually do. Just because there's no more land left divided to pick off. It's only real nations, and we can't win an extended war against a real nation. Okay, so I've been looking for stuff to conquer, figuring out what's left to conquer, really. And, at first I thought, yeah, they've been excommunicated or something, Mercia's conquering Wessex. No, not so much. That's the Queen of Lombard who's vassalizing them because they're excommunicated, actually. Which makes a lot less sense. The world is fucked. Also, I have no idea how, but, Wessex kind of owns Florence right now. I imagine that's somehow related to the way they got excommunicated. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, though, does it? Speaking of, Croatia is a little bit border gory, and that's in part due to the fact that Africa conquered a bit of Croatia. Again, I've got no idea how these things are happening. Oh, and one last thing I noticed while I was going around. Novgorod is having... Well, first of all, Novgorod has a boy king, so that's always good for me. Second of all, this boy king is in 3 different wars with my vassals. King Ale is conquering him. Very awkwardly, King Bag is also conquering him. They really shouldn't have both showed up to this war wearing the same suit. It's kind of embarrassing. And King Ragnarok... King Ragnarok... King Ragnar Lothbrok is conquering Ingria, which he's been in this war for a while, but he's finally winning now that other people are dogpiling. Now, unfortunately, this isn't really that useful. Once all 3 of these wars have been won, he'll only have lost 2 counties. But yes, we have successfully gotten to the point where we're encouraging our vassals to rip apart Novgorod for us, which is exactly what we wanted to happen. Okay, so let's get back into who we can actually conquer. Now, I can definitely conquer Connacht, I believe is the name of this duchy. Yes, Connacht. I can also conquer this guy right here by truce breaking. It'll cost me 1400 prestige, which I kind of don't want to pay. I'm just not going to bother. I don't think I need to conquer this guy. I don't think it impacts me very much. Connacht has 3 counties, though, so I'll definitely be conquering them next. And Brittany has their county split perfectly between 2 duchies, so I can only take 2 counties at once. But I see no reason not to take these 2. So I'll conquer Brittany as well. Actually, how much people do they have in their garrisons? Oh no, Brittany's trash. Brittany is terrible. So yeah, I'm going to conquer Connacht, I'm going to pre-pillage and then conquer Brittany. And after that, it's pretty much just Western Russia, so we're going to go there next. Alright, so let's unpause time and get into it. Everyone's real happy that I sacrificed the gods, morale of armies plus 15%, monthly prestige and piety. I never set them up to pre-pillage. What's wrong with me? Back off the boats. Yep, that's Lombardy, England, alright. Well, that makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. Oh, this isn't my land. This just looks like it would be my land. We're gonna have to conquer Strathclyde at some point, because I literally cannot tell what land I own at a glance. They're so similar in color to me. Oh, this is fantastic. Someone told me about this. Control-click closes all messages. That is so fucking helpful. Now we just pre-pillage all of this down. I seem to have inherited a lot of random courtiers from Khazaria, and I really don't know how. So, Guthrum, Geir's daughter, does need a focus. I'm gonna give her thrift, like everyone else. She's good at stewardship. Man, Simsam just has fucking great kids. They all have positive genetics. Sure, Alvor is fine. So there's a revolt for Saxony, but, the numbers don't look to be on their sides. This is 5 counties versus all of Saxony. Also, in a bit of karmic justice, the county they conquered is part of the revolt, so that's pretty good. So something happening down here that I hadn't noticed is, Denmark had some succession stuff go down, so these aren't part of their land anymore. I tried to give it back to them, but, they're at war, so I can't. I just have to let them conquer it, even though I would just give them vassalage of it. It's fine. Oh well. Back to pillaging. One of my guys got Flanker, which is, like, I guess technically a good trait. King Bag and King Ragnar are good friends now. They have a lot in common. They both want exactly the county of Kem. Is this one important? Okay, this child isn't actually important, so I'm not so beat up about her having the syphilis. It definitely sucks. But, it could be a lot worse. Child needs a focus, yet again, this is a nobody. They are best at diplomacy, and then martial. Sure, we can have female commanders now. I'll give her martial. I don't care about diplomats. And we continue pillaging Ireland. I have no idea why we have all these Khazarian characters in our court. This one's a bit possessed, though, so I don't really want them. I mean, yeah, we'll arm wrestle anybody. We're the strongest man in all the lands. Sort of weakling are you? Challenge accepted, you dumb bitch. Now I'm covered in his blood. Oh, man. You think just because I'm 61 years old that you could beat me at arm wrestling or an actual duel for that matter? This is your once per video reminder that what I'm doing to Ireland right now is a very fair and balanced way to conquer. This is a clearly intentional use of game mechanics, where you pillage their land with retinues before you actually declare war, then immediately leave, declare war while on your boats, and show back up with your retinues, because retinues, unlike levies, have to be raised, and it doesn't affect declaring war. It's incredibly well balanced and intentional. Apparently me beating the shit out of Gandalf made us become friends. I'm not becoming fucking content. I can tame these numbers. Merge them all, turn off pillaging. Alright, let's walk into their land before we declare war. This is your once per video reminder that what I'm doing now is very fair. There is no reason you shouldn't be able to simply pillage somebody's land down with your retinues, go back onto the boat, declare war while on the boat because retinues, unlike levies, don't impact declaring war, and then conquer them with assaults because they have no levies or garrisons. This is very fair and clearly intentional. Well, she liked the head last time, but I'm going to mix it up and write her a list of all the terrifying ways that a good filker deters his subjects from treason. Oh, she loved it. She also needs to deter her enemies from treason. No! He finally died! He died of food poisoning, which is like a pretty unimpressive way for a Kagan to go out. So, I have an unmarried 40-year-old daughter, not really a whole lot of point in getting her married at 40. Her only son was Simsam. So it looks like Simsam only got a weak claim on Khazaria, which is not that helpful for me, really, because it'll never be under a female ruler. It probably won't ever be under a regency. We can press his claim in the event that a war is already happening for someone else's claim. And he'll never be in line to inherit because he's Norse, so it's really difficult to push this. Oh well. We were never really expecting to take Khazaria in that way anyway. And also, Khazaria's kind of shit. It's only the tributaries that make them big. As seen by their tributary text over here being dramatically bigger than their actual name text. It could have been interesting. Oh well. We have Ireland to conquer. Not really an issue that we need to deal with right now. Well, food poisoning seems to be killing everyone these days, so let's ask my court physician to stop that. Even if Sigurdar's not really fit for rule, he is still, like, one of my children with good genetics. So I want to give out all of this. She can just have it, actually. I probably need to make this, I usually do. Yep. And rather than just, like, continuing to sway you, I'll just give you land. Here. It's yours now. And now she fucking loves me, right? 100? You're goddamn right. Hop back on the boats. Actually, not gonna mess it up this time. I'm gonna pre-pillage all of this. Got 3 pillaging bands back on the boats. Gonna head down to Britannia to do the same fucking thing to them. Or Brittany, rather. Child needs a focus. You're important. You're betrothed to a bloodline guy. Unfortunately, it takes more than important to be competent, so she's going into diplomacy on account of being bad at everything else. And I've got an open council position. My marshal seems to have died a bit. Definitely going to give that to Ale. Have him train troops in my capital. Oh, Gandalf, you died a bit. Whoops. I should probably see if all these people I'm capturing are worth money. Fuck, no, it's Ireland, right? Of course they're not worth money. So, as per usual, we just send everybody to the shore, fan out, pillage it all down. And as soon as they think the nightmare is over and they have nothing left to steal, we actually tell them we're here for their land, and what is an incredibly formal and fair declaration of war. You know what? You're already at 0 stewardship, let's not pretend. Okay, yeah, so we actually were looking for both bears at once. That was the practice giant bear. We're gonna go find the giant white bear now. Why are sieges happening here? What's going on? He immediately declared a civil war to instate Gavelkind. I fucking love this man. This is so dumb. Well, hopefully he becomes diligent. And he does. Neat. Oh man, Wessex is just a train wreck this game. Betrothed can marry, fantastic. Alright, this is just one of the many, many marriages to meet for strong and genius girls. Child needs a focus. Carl Attila's son, who can't really do anything. Highest status marshal, going into commander. It will not escape me, goddammit. I'm gonna get this giant white bear. May as well knock down this army. I see absolutely no reason I wouldn't say yes. I don't see any reason to bring her back to court with me. That seems like there are lots of reasons to say no. We once again fail to find the Great White Bear. No real surprise there. Moral authority should be through the roof, right? Yeah, it's 100%. Or over 100% substantially, actually. So I'm just going to keep taking gold, because, yeah, I don't care about piety anymore. I'm about to die. Gold passes on to my children. That's fine. Right, people in my jail. I was wondering who that was. Sigrid's just continuing to kill people. Good job. I'm not actually upset about that. I'm just like, I don't know what I was expecting. It's my kid. Of course they're doing this. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. I thought that was Gear for some reason. I don't care nearly as much about Thorstein having the flu. Don't care at all. He's not my problem. Oh. Are we actually done with this county already? Alright, there's only one left. We'll just knock down their incredibly small army of what's left. Oh, you want to name him after Geir? Unfortunately, he's a talentless, hair-lipped kid of, like, no importance, right? So, he doesn't get to be named after Geir. He doesn't get to be named Magni. We can name after our hair-lipped Marshal Gandalf. That's great. Or is this Lisp? Ah, that's Lisp, not hair-lip. Oh, well. It's a genetic defect involving the mouth. What do you want from me? Declare war. Holy war for Brittany. No, thank you. Holy war for this one. God damn it. Why were you got... Oh, right, my council has begun to hate me because their stuff's worn off. Right, I need to change up my council so I can avoid being tyrannical. Oh, is that what it is? It's not even that, is it? It's that all of them owe favors to a malcontent, isn't it? Yep, Ragnar has to go. Ragnar has the entire council tied up in his malcontent bullshit. And now my council should look much more manageable. We're still gonna get rid of, like, advisor that hates me. And a chancellor that hates me. Like, why would we want that? I guess we'll just take this guy. Doesn't really matter to me. And sure, we'll take Agnes. I don't really care. I might have to fire somebody unimportant if all my glory hounds think the wars are too small. I'm hoping that doesn't need to happen. So a couple of children need focuses. Oh yeah, it's the twins. So I'm going to send him into Intrigue just because he's at 0 for everything except learning, and I don't want it. I'm actually going to send this son into Learning, because he's really good at learning, and it's the only thing he has a net positive education for. His twin brother, however, is looking like one of my kids I'm going to be trying to send down the Intrigue path. Council's discontent because one of my malcontents bought favors from fucking everyone, which is unfortunate. And I actually declared this war fairly instead of, like, a week from now. Close fight. I mean, a book that's filled with bunkum is way less bad than disastrous falconry, whatever that means. Alright, I'll go take the bird out instead. I don't want to be depressed. Will you accept surrender? Yes, good. Betrothed can marry. I've got too many kids. This is a nightmare. So this is just a strong girl who actually turned out pretty good. She's shrewd. Marrying one of my quick grandsons. Sure, sounds good to me. Let's get back on the boats. It's a little bit weird that's still sieged, but oh well. Is that everything? There seems to be some debate as to whether or not this is part of the revolt. Ah, yes, a barony is part of the revolt. Of course it is. So all my weaponsmiths have finished. I'm gonna go ahead and buy my tribal warriors now. Which reminds me, I inherited this retinue from Ake forever ago. And I guess I need to split it into a new unit. I can't disband it from there. Ah. Alright, we'll get off the boat again. Life is hell. For some reason, that command didn't go through. We're getting married. We need to give this to somebody. They're going to be wrong holding type unless I give it to somebody who already has land, and I don't want to give it to these merchant republics. I want to give it to somebody new, and I guess that just means they're going to be wrong holding type. It's not a big deal. They're a small vassal, they don't really matter. So I can give somebody else's steward this land, that sounds great. We're going to usurp this first. That's mine now, and now that it is mine, it's his. So that's the land managed. Alright, now, make a new unit. We're going to get rid of our 1 archer retinue, because it should be 2 tribal retinues. Should have done this forever ago, I just never felt like doing it. And now we can get 2 tribal retinues. So we have 9 new retinues building now. That's great. Our total retinue is up to almost 15,000 once they fill out. Which is fantastic news. How's Novgorod doing in these wars? They're winning dominantly, and one of my guys has already peaced out. Guys, that is embarrassing. What are you doing? It's fucking Novgorod. It's not like you're trying to conquer Austrasia. Which, by the way, is something that we have been successfully doing, and Austrasia's back. Oh man, everything's even worse than it was before. Okay, so what the hell's happening here? An excommunicated Carling is ruling Austrasia. King Pepin II of France is a Carling. And the teenage witch hunter has grown up into an adult witch hunter. So the good news is the Merovingians live on. The bad news is the Carlings are coming back, and Border Gore is also coming back, because this is... Oh, this is gross. Fuck you, Africa. Wait, is Croatia being conquered by Africa? Africa has declared a holy war for Croatia. Which, of course, they're winning, because they comically outnumber Croatia. Is no one helping Croatia? Bosnia claims to be helping. Man, Catholicism is having a bad run of it this game. Excommunicated rulers everywhere, holy wars on the Balkans by Muslims. This, I'm not helping. Whatever, not my problem. So we're going to head back. We're going to pick up our new retinues, and we're going to start conquering Russia. My vassals are having problems, but as always, they aren't my problems. Alright, let's get out of here. What's going on with this? Wait. Can I declare war on you guys free of charge? Weirdly, I have no Casus Belli on this man. I can force vassalization. And this is still sieged for some reason. Which doesn't make any sense. This would be truce breaking, but this one isn't, right? I've changed my mind. Oh, stop. We're conquering this guy because apparently that war caused him to become independent. And he shouldn't have become independent. That was a bad call. Because that just cost me 150 prestige to take his land. Good war, very close. Sorry about that. What's your name? Fast of Leon. Congratulations, I got you a new vassal. Alright, now we're going back to conquer Russia. I don't know why this is still sieged by me. We're not at war. Whatever. It's a very normal thing. It's not the worst glitch that's in this version of the game by far. Oh man, Africa and the Umayyads are both massive. That's actually kind of terrifying. Just look at this wall of Muslim superpowers. Like, I knew most nations in my game had been sort of blobbing together, because, like, the Baltics usually aren't this solid. This is starting to get border gory and broken, but this used to be, like, solid Khazaria, solid Magyars, just tributary states instead of actually conquering them. But Umayyad Africa Abbasid is just terrifying. Wow. That is rough. Alright, cool. We got 360 gold and prestige out of that. Our retinue stack is up to 14,000. Betrothed can marry. Guess we should handle that. Ileana came of age. How good is she? Shrewd, Midas touch, greedy. You could be worse. She's a great steward, really. And she's marrying into... Ah, yes, the blood of Attila. So yes, absolutely get that in the dynasty. So in my head, I could just sail from here straight up here. Yeah, that's not how it works. This is going to take a little bit longer than I thought it was. This is definitely the way I want to do it, though, by using my boats. Walking through all this land, A, takes forever because it's, like, so spread apart. but B, the attrition limits are so low that it's really a pain in the ass to deal with. Unlike boats, which have no attrition limit, and that makes perfect sense. So we want to have stacks of at least 4,000 to siege down to assault down most of this, rather. We're just going to do 2 stacks of 6,000. Attrition's going to suck, but that's just part of conquering this. And now we're going to sail up here and start. So what kind of holy warcast spell do I have against this? I can take everything except this one county. That's fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted to hear. Actually, I can definitely conquer all of this pretty quickly, but this video has been going on for a while. I've had to record it in 2 separate parts because I stopped through the Filcret challenge, so I'm not quite sure how long it is, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty fucking long. So, I'm going to call it here. This has been rather Incoherent. I hope you've had a good time, and I'll see you around.